Hello everyone, my name is Muhammad Sufianto. My cadets Maritime Transportation 58 batch. Hello, it's Eno. In this video, I would like to explain about export operation. In international transportation, it is essential to understand the flow of goods, documents, and money. A rough explanation of the flow of the process is that there is an exchange of documents, such as contract and shipping documents at the beginning. Then the goods are shipped and the money is received. However, this might be difficult to understand, so we will explain in an easy to understand manner in this video. The flow of money this time is LC transaction. A detailed video on LC transaction made earlier is linked in the overview section. First, let me explain the flow of goods products. There are two methods of transportation, sea and air. In general, 90% of international shipments are transported by sea. Two of the advantages of ocean transportation are that it is inexpensive and convenient for shipping large packages or quantities of goods. On the other hand, there are some disadvantages, such as is taking time and strict checking of declaration documents. Therefore, it is decided whether to use sea, air as the transportation method by discussing between the exporter and the importer the content of the goods to be shipped and the cost involved. In this video, I will explain both ocean transportation after the goods are produced and packed at the exporter's factory. They are loaded into container or truck and transported to banded air such as K or CVs. The responsibility for transportation and freight charges are determined by encoders at the time of contract. And encoders are trade terms and conditions that define the scope of responsibility and cost between an exporter and importer in conducting trade. As of 2021 and Codes 2020 is in use. Let's take the case of X-Works as an example. Once the exporter hands over the goods to the importer at the factory, our responsibility is transferred to the importer side. Therefore, if any damage occurs to the goods between the factory and the burden area, the responsibility will be borne by the importer. Once the goods have been transported to the burden area, they will be delivered after receiving an export license from the customs office, and the shipping producer will process. The following is a brief explanation of burden areas related to exports. In case that the goods are vessel cargo, they are dispatched from sea container yard and landed onto the vessel by gantry crane. If it is LCL cargo, which is small cargo less than one container unit, is It is mixed with other LSCL cargo at the CVS container freight station after the transported to the sea to be loaded onto the vessel in the same way as vessel cargo. After departure from the vessel, the goods are transferred to the importing country and the export is complete. Next, I will explain the flow of document shipping. Documents are loaded over by forwarder and custom agent. On a daily basis, the main documents are as follows: invoice, bill of lading, insurance policy, package list, certificates of origin. If you went to apply for EPA, in general the documents are prepared by the exporter. It is easy to make mistakes in describing the name, amount and value of the goods. If there are any errors of descriptions with the goods, there is a possibility that you cannot export. Note that in the case of ocean transport, the decision tend to be more stringent than air transport. For this reason, exporters try to declare the goods in the perfect state by double or triple checking to ensure that there are no document errors. The exporter sends the shipping instruction to the forwarder or customs agent. The content of CR related to the what to be request cargo information, shipping documents and booking information, and the vessel voyage number as the format varies from exporter to exporter. They are used after the ship leaves or is based on the information contained as the forwarder or customs agent makes an export declaration to customs based on SE. Surely, mass export cargo are declared using the next in Japan. The declaration is complete by entering the declaration information in NRCCS and sending it to custom. In case of Japan, with an ECC is after declaring the following three categories will be output. Category 1 export, securing export license if granted immediately after filling the declaration. Category 2 document examination, documents need be submitted. Category 3 inspection, custom officer will visit the border are for physical inspection. Most of the shipment will be classified as category 1. However, if the custom decides to classify the shipment as category 2 or 3, it will take some time to obtain a permit. Therefore, if the cargo is urgent, follow the instruction of the custom office to get the permit as soon as possible. Forwarder and custom agent prepare shipping documents that respect CLP etc. and submit them to shipping companies. The recipe is prepared based on according to the shipping company format. CLP container load length is credited to the shipper to clarify where is in wet position in the container. The shipping company uses BLM hand it forwarder and custom agent. If the encoder is CPT, the employee in which the exporter is responsibility for the ocean freight the exporter and receive be paying the freight cost to the shipping company in advance. However, in general, the forwarder and vendors the free charges and bills the shipper later. At this time, double check that bill is used as per the information on SL. Also, since this is container ship, make sure that the onboard notation at the bottom of bill is data and signed by the shipping company or agent. In the case of LC transaction, onboard notation have following as is a guarantee that the goods are properly loaded on the ship and headed for the port of import. That it is important to be aware of its forwarder and custom agent hand over the shipping documents such is export license and BL to the exporter. The exporter sent the importer the shipping documents and CE shipping entities to let them know that the shipment has been complete. It is fine to send she tweets be emailed once when the schedule is fulfilled and once when the ship leaves port. The importer receives issue and document and prepares to pick up the shipment. The exporter presents document bill together with the shipping document to the bank and requests the purchase on once documentary bill and LCR verified statement is made and the goods are delivered to the importer. The export is complete. Finally, I will explain about money payment. This time I will explain the flow of payment in LC transaction. LC is an abbreviation for a letter of credit. LC transaction makes the exporter and receive the payment once the goods are shipped. So it avoids the situation where the goods are sent but the money is received the importer on the order and hence does not have to pay for the goods before receiving them, thus eliminating the risk of loss of payment. LC transaction is a method that has great advantage for both parties. In the case LC transaction, the payment occurs after shipping is loaded. After loading, the exporter requests exporter send bank to purchase documentary bill, which is various shipping documents such as bill at this time. If the content of documentary bill matches LC, the transaction will be started there. Then the exporter sends documentary bill shipping document to importer send bank and received remittance of payment from importer side. Importer says bank notifies the importer of the arrival of the shipping documents and request payment. The importer pays the bank importer send bank remits the payment to exporter send bank to complete the process. What did you think? In exporting goods, documents and money are inversely intermediate and play different roles. In the beginning, it might seem a little complex. However, versatile experience, you will gain a deeper understanding and feel the joy of export business. That is all for this time. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, ma'am. See you.